Just cross your leg over the front, just leaning down. Just hold it. And change legs. Okay, just line on the floor. Okay, so all I want to do from here, okay, is just bring your feet in and out from the side. Okay, over the top. So if you can hear, line in your back, flick your feet over, off you go. Keep going. Nearly there. Okay, this time from here, put your hands on the floor. Okay, and just bring your feet in and out. Put your hands on the floor.
And back to jogging. Right move back, nice and over your toes. So what I can, what I'm going to do is nice and quickly just switch the stance. Ready. Get down. A little bit faster. 2. Set. Left. Dazzle. Yazzle. Yoga. Judo. Aho. And yo. So come back to the centre. So you just shake out the legs, hands and your hips. Nice and gently circle off the waist. Try and make really nice big circles. And then we're going to go around the other way. Nice big circles. Gently left to right. Feet out to your shoulder blades, bend your knees. And again, just moving around in that position. So you don't want to do any static stretching at the beginning of the session. We want to be moving. So using your elbows to open up the hips. Just gently left to right. You're going to go all the way over to the right. Keeping the right leg nice and bent. Make sure that that heel stays on the floor. And we're gently going to push over to the left. You're going to just push down and then travel across the other side. Push down and travel back across the other side. Just really lifting off those hips. Working on those abductors. Excellent. So this time when we go to the right, we're going to come up on to the heel of the left foot. So in a Cossack squat. Use your elbow if you can to try and open up that hip a little bit more. And again, we're just going to rest at the bottom. Reach our own range of motion and then pop back over to the other side. Just nice and relaxed. Excellent. All right, we're going to come to the centre and take our legs wide. We're just gently going to walk our hands all the way back and we're going to just pop our bottoms down on the floor. Just give your legs a little wiggle. And then what we're going to do is take a nice big deep breath in, lift ourselves up and walk our hands back to the centre. And you're just going to do that in your own time. Just gently sit all the way back. Take a breath, pick yourself up and come all the way back forwards. Trying to go a little bit lower each time. Again, you be careful in the garden there, no grass stains on those white dough blocks. And gently come forward. And we're going to just slowly walk those feet back in. Give everything a really good shake. All right, we're going to pull that right knee up into the chest. So pull it nice and tight. And then let it go. Same on the left. So you're going to pull it in nice and tight. Then let it go. So you're going to take the right leg out to the side. Pull it up nice and high. Let it go. Left leg up to the side. Pull it in nice and tight. Let it go. Right foot up behind. So try and tuck your tailbone under, pull your belly button in, and then pull your knee back behind. And change, same on the other side. And shake it all out. Okay, right leg back, nice light on your toes. So from there, what we're going to do, just still warming up, so just going to do a jab with the front hand. I want you to be nice and relaxed. I want you to shift forward, both feet, and then pull straight back. So when I count, shift forwards, pull back, nice and sharp. Everyone understand? Big thumbs up if you understand. Brilliant. Ready? Ta-da! So forwards and back. 2, forwards and back. Se, forwards and back. Excellent. Ne, dazzle. Get a little bit faster now. Yazzle. Yoga. Yudo. Aho. And yo. Excellent. Change and change and change again. On those toes, hands up. So make sure we're moving that body weight forward, putting that body weight backwards, but more importantly, make sure that your body weight remains stacked, so your head above your chest, chest above your hips centered between your feet. What you don't want to be doing is lunging forwards. Ready? Hana. So jabbing back. 2. Set. Elbows in. Ne. Bit sharper. Dazzle. Excellent. Yasso. Good. Yoga. Yudo. Aho. Yo. Fantastic. Bro. Give that a shake. All right, so just loosen the legs off a little bit. So we're going to take our right leg back into an L stance now. I know I can't hear you. I know those of you that are with me on screen are muted. And those of you on YouTube can't hear you. But I want you to give a nice loud shout when you take your right leg back. So, Julie, you take a right leg back. Tia! All right, we're going to try that again. Roll. I know if you're miming, right? I need to see a big shout. Ready? Tia! That's better. So nice and relaxed. Breathing in before we start, and then breathe out. If we kick, we can do a front rising kick. Step back with the opposite leg in guard. So we've got 3 things going on. We've got our kick, we've got our chamber, we've got our block and our stance. So we want to be nice and sharp with all those things. Ready? Hana! So up, down, back and down. 2. Set. Ne. Dazzle. Make sure you're breathing. Yazzle. Ilga. Yudo. Aho. Good. Last one. Yo. Up. Back and down. So back to ready position. And again, just shake that all out. All right. Right leg back. Hands up. It's going to add on a reverse punch. We're going to do a jab reverse. Again, we want to be moving forwards. So on the first one, we're shifting our body weight. The second one, we're shifting and we're twisting. And then again, we're retracting straight away. So we've got the 1, jab, 2, reverse, and then make sure you reset back to a good guard and you're on your toes. Are we ready, guys? Yeah, ready. Ta-da! So 1, 2, and back. 2, 1, 2, nice and sharp, and back. Set, elbows in, nice and tight. Net. Dazzle. Yazzle. Yoga. Yudo. Shout it out. Aho. 1, 2, on those toes, last one. Yo, 1, 2, and make sure you come straight back. And change stance. So nice and lightly, same again. Jab, reverse, back and jog. Kana. 1, 2, and back. Make sure you're moving. 2, 1, 2, and back. Set. Nice and sharp. Net. Dazzle. Yazzle. Ilga. Yudo. Good speed. Aho. 1, 2. Yo. 1, 2. And roll. So check that out. Okay, get yourself a quick mouthful of water. It's very warm this evening. Off you go. So when it comes to drinking water during training, you should just take a mouthful or 2, no more than that.
Okay, thank you, Jane. Just hold it there. I think we've got Annabel back. So give me 2 seconds.
I shall now mute myself.
Give me a second. Let's just mute everybody. And then, Annabel, you just need to unmute yourself.
That's it.
There we go. We got you back.
Yes.
Okay, right.
Wow.
You've got half an hour. There you go.
It just means that you lot are going to have to work twice as hard now. Thank you, Jane. You're awesome. Okay. You've all had a quick drink. So, I don't know what you've just done because the last half an hour I've just been stressed out trying to get the internet on and everything. But we won't go into that. Face me. Try it. Chinye. So, what we're going to do first of all, we're going to go into hopping kicks. Now, the hopping kicks, okay, when we teach him hopping kicks, if you're quite new, you do struggle, okay? Whether you're new whether you're old, okay, you do struggle with hopping kicks, okay? So we're going to teach you a few different things really with the hopping kicks. So the first thing, okay, we're going to teach you how to hop first. So we're going to get to do a few exercises. So what you're going to do here is hop without kicking, okay? So from here, hop, 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 and then just do that. Right, off you go. So just hop without the kicks, because when you do the kicks, if you have like 4th or 5th dan, you're probably getting on a bit now, okay, or 6th dan. So think about that knee when you're hopping before the kick, okay? Good. Okay, nearly there. Come on, you don't need to work twice as hard now. Don't just use your best leg, use your other leg as well. Good. Now you can add a kick on the end of it, okay? Good. Knee up, 1, 2, 3. So from here, 1, 2, 3, then push that last bit out, okay? So what I'm looking for from here is you're going to hop, and then at that last second, you're going to push it out. From 1 in, then push it out. So it's that little burst at the end. Off you go. Little burst at the end. Push it out just that little bit. So that is really just to push them out the ring. In, out. Good. Change the leg again. And stop there. Right. Crash course. So we always teach people to move around the area. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do something a little bit different. If you're on a CK Choi seminar, if you were there, you would have had him. Okay. And you would have seen some of the techniques you're going to do. So what I'm going to do now, nice and light on your feet, but now I want you just to step back here. Okay. Just from here, just step back. Okay. And then step forward again. Okay. Nice and light on his feet. Okay. Just step back. Good. And then step forward. Keep going. Just step back. Good. And step forward. Excellent. Now, what you're going to do now, you want to step back and then do your kick off the back leg. Doesn't matter which one you want to do. I said crash course here. 1, step back, then forward. Off you go. Okay, it's got to be quick, that kick. Come on, Kirsty, get them legs moving. Yes, I can see you. Okay, keep going. Good. Now stop. This time, I want you to step back and then kick off your front leg. Yep, so from here, nice and light, step back, kick off the front leg. Off you go. Excellent. Good. So you're stepping back, kick off that front leg. And stop. Right, next one. This time, you're going to step back, then do your hook kick. So from here, nice and light, step back, right round, hook kick. Off you go. You can do a hook kick or a back kick. Keep going. Hook kick or a back kick. Good, and show. Right, last technique. So from here, we always talk about, like we said before, about side stepping. So what we're going to do, as a main referee, I see that most of the points that students are losing, competitors are losing, are going out the area. Yeah. So I want you to try and do something a bit different. This time I want you to see what area you've got here. But I want you to try and just move around your area with your side facing, pretend there's somebody in the middle. Because, like I said before, most people will lose a fight just by losing 1 point. So, sideways onwards, just moving round, okay? Moving round what you're doing here. You can change your feet if you want to. Off you go. So, think of you are in an area, okay? You're in a competitor's area in a ring. And you're just moving round. So think about what you're doing. Good, and show, relax. Right, quickly go and get yourself a quick drink. You've got a mouthful, literally millisecond of drink. Right, sit on the floor, very, very quickly. Just got to quickly explain a couple of things before we start the next part, okay? So we're going to talk about reaction, okay? How can we produce techniques in our patterns? We always say to people, you know, you need more power, you need to be more focused. And some of the children may think, what is focus? How can I generate power? So we're looking at different things. So when we look at reaction force, we are looking first of all at reaction, okay? So we'll go through that in a minute. Breathing control, balance, concentration, mass, and speed. So the first thing we're going to do is look at a pattern very, very quickly. You're going to do one pattern, but I want you to think about reaction. Now, reaction is basically bringing your hand back to your belt, okay? In which we've said right from the beginning, bring your hand back to your belt. Or from here, if you're a black belt, big moves here, big moves. Okay, so whatever technique you're doing, you've got to use both arms. It's a bit like throwing a ball. So what I want you to do very quickly is jump up, do a pattern, but I want you to work on reaction. So that is making sure that your hand is back to your belt. A blue belt pattern, Chungin's quite good. From here, as you bring it up, a lot of people, if I do it this way, a lot of people tend not to use this arm here to bring the hand back to your belt. So think about it here, bringing this arm back up. So think of a pattern, do any pattern, but think about the reaction. Off you go, do one pattern, or you can just do half a pattern. And there's just me. Okay, keep going. Good. So tell me when you, I'm just going to see when you finish your pattern. I've got no screen in front of me at the moment, so I'm just going on how long it's going to take a pattern to happen to. Good. Next thing. So next thing is breathing. Okay, breath control. So you should sharpen your breath at the moment of attack, okay? Sharp breath at the moment of impact. So when you breathe in, you're tensing your abdomen, and okay, and this is the reason why you're tensing your abdomen in case you're going to receive a blow, yeah, to the stomach. Also, your breathing is going to help with your stamina and your speed in your patterns. But what we always say to you is, if you're going to breathe in your patterns, don't hit. freezers and pies, we don't like the hissing sound. So for keep so don't keep doing a pattern. If you haven't got the balance,
Jane, do you want to carry on again? I know you're really looking forward to doing this, weren't you?
Yeah. Now I'm kind of wishing I'd planned my lesson already. All right.
Unless Nikki wants to carry on.
All right. So, going to run through a pattern. I guess it could be the same pattern, only this time you're really going to focus on your breathing. I guess what Annabel was going to say is make sure you're really exhaling. So you want to be relaxed and breathing in as you change your techniques, and then really exhaling, really accelerating your breath when you breathe out. So, to me, again, choose your pattern. My advice is always work on your weaknesses, but yeah, you practice whichever pattern you want. Okay, ready? In your own time. Chronology. See ya! Take your time. Take your time. It's not a race. Make sure every move is done with real precision and power. You've got the timing. Nice and sharp. Good, excellent. Okay. Crow. So everyone back to start position.
Off you go, Annabel. Excellent. Thank you, Jane.
Annabel, we just did one more pattern, concentrating on breathing.
okay, I'm about right back here. But thank you, Jane. Right, next thing, we're going to do like 3 things at once now. We're going to concentrate on concentration, which you've had a lot at lately, okay? So balance and concentration, we can actually bring those 2 in together. So balance and concentration. So when you're doing a pattern, okay, you've got to be thinking about your balance. We're going to do probably the move out of your gok. So if you know your gok, I want you to step forward with your right hand punch. Okay, so everybody step forward with your right hand punch. Good. I want you to bring your leg up. Okay, is how you're going to do your Gabirio Soggy. Off you go. Bring your left leg up. Okay. Now I want you to kick and put it back. Go. Kick, kick, and then put it back. Okay, and hold it there. Okay, so this is really important. You need to put your foot down now. Okay, so when you come to your kicks here, kick, put it back, and when you're doing it, then you've got a good balance to then do the ugok. Most of you will kick and just fall. So in your gok, that is your balance. Okay, concentration. When it comes to your concentration, now Jane will probably be looking at me on this as well, so I'm just going to double click my screen so I can see me. Okay, it's still not double click. All I can see is Jane at the minute. But anyway, okay, which is not a problem. Okay, right. So when it comes, can you click my face, Jane, or not? Okay, will it come off there, Jane? Okay, because I think they're clicking, they're seeing you and then hearing me, maybe.
I'm definitely seeing you.
I can't see you. Everybody else has gone off again now. So
Annabel, we can all see you. Keep going. You're okay.
Okay, right. So I've lost everybody now, but don't worry. Right. So what we're going to do now in your pattern. So if you are really high grade, 5th or 6th dan, you've been introduced to Moo Moo. So Moo Moo, we're all going to do this. I want you to do the first 2 moves. So if you know it, fantastic. So with your Moo Moo, okay, you bring your leg up, then you bring your leg up nice and high. Then you're going to do a high side kick here. Now that is slow, okay? So when it comes to it, I want you to have a go at that. Bringing your leg up, bringing it nice and high, twist, and I want you to do a slow side kick here and just hold it there. Off you go. Good. Hold that kick out. Good. Practice that good couple times. Good. So what we're going to do now, I want you to do the slow kick and then the fast kick. Now, the reason why it's still about concentration, if you're like me at the minute thinking, oh my God, this internet's playing the pain, I'm not concentrating on the pattern, what I'm doing. And that comes to your gradings as well and competitions. If you're not visually and mentally ready for your grading or your patterns in a competition, you're not going to have very good balance. So, holding your leg up, okay, kicking out, then kicking, that is then you're going to kickstart into thinking about balance and concentration. So I want you to do that. I want you to hold the first kick out, okay, hold it out, nice and slow kick, then snap that second kick out. Off you go. Brilliant. Okay, now try the other leg if you can. Good. Slow kick and fast kick. Fantastic. Right, so just quickly, because there's a few that you actually probably missed a lot of that. So we had reaction force, okay, which is your reaction, bringing your hand back to your belt. You have breathing. Now, like I said before, don't hiss when you're doing a pattern. You need to sharpen your from here, sharp breath at the moment of impact, okay? Then balance, work on the center of gravity, making sure that you bring here. Also, when you're kicking, your knee should spring out, okay, when you're doing the kick. So the leg that you're standing on should be slightly bent. Then from here, your knee springs. Concentration, again, which comes into your patterns, should, and we can all do this, if you're a black belt, okay, you'll know this in poem. From here, your hips will rotate when it comes to your pattern. Now, to get the maximum power, you should rotate your hips and come down into the technique. If you're doing a normal punches, if you're a white belt or low grade, okay, so we can do this, okay. So if you're a black belt, you can do this here. Any moves out of your poem. If you're a colour belt, from here, rising, hip down. So it's all about moving your hips into that technique. So your hips raise before the techniques and lower them on impact, okay? Great. Can't see what you're doing there. So if you can, go into sitting stance, practice those techniques. Good. Now, we're going to go on to speed in our patterns. So everybody just stops there for a minute. You're going to talk about speed on your patterns. Now, we always talk about patterns that are too fast. You know, when we say seizure, that means in your own time commence. That doesn't mean ready, steady, go. Right? You shouldn't just do a pattern straight into it. Mentally get ready to your pattern, okay? When you feel at the right time, you start your pattern. So when it comes to your speed of the technique, it should be the acceleration of the technique, okay? And then you should recover onto the next technique. So from here, we're just going to do, again, I like doing do-san from here. From here, 1, 2. So that technique is the acceleration of the moves. Then you pause, and then from here, then you do the acceleration, then you do the acceleration. So it's the acceleration of your moves, not necessarily 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Can you see it's all one move? Now, in my class, I say, think of patterns like potatoes. So, okay, from here, doing lots of potatoes, they get mashed up, yeah? So I always say to them, you know, think of roast potatoes. Stop when you're doing the moves. Instead of mashed potatoes, when they're all mashed into, you've got 24 moves mashed into one move, into one pattern. So, do a pattern now, but I want you to concentrate on the acceleration of the moves in your pattern. Yeah? Not necessarily the speed in between the moves. Right, ready, Chumbi? So, concentrate on a pattern, okay? But I want the acceleration of a pattern, not necessarily the speed all the way through the pattern. Off you go. So, you start when you're ready. Good. So it doesn't matter which pattern you do. Good, and stop. Okay, good. So just stop there. So, like I said before, the acceleration of your moves in the pattern, okay, can make a good pattern. You've got to think, some of our main referees are sitting there for, you know, half an hour looking at Warang or Chung Mu, and we need to see something that's dynamic. And if it's just a pattern that's like this all the way through, okay, you're not going to get any good marks. You've got to do something that's a little bit more dynamic, and you've got to catch that referee's zone they've been in for the last half an hour. Okay, so that's going to cover the patterns, right? So, okay, reaction, breathing, balance, concentration, speed of the techniques. So now we've got a few minutes, we haven't got long. I want you to look at the kicks in your patterns now. So when we first start doing a pattern, whether a Chunji Dangun up to about a blue stripe, we end up doing a Gabirio Sogi, then kick. Okay. When it comes to Chungun, we end up doing from here what we say a fluent technique. So 1, 2, 3. You're going to do Paramaki, then you side punch, kick, land from here, kick, land, and you pull it back. So what I want you to do now, I'm going to pick a couple of kicks out of the pattern. I want you to everybody go back into forearm guarding block. And I want you to go a side kick, but I want you to land, put it back, and then land and you do Paramaki. Okay, and do that a couple of times up and down. You can pull back. Off you go. So side kick, put it back into do Paramaki. Put it back. Make sure you don't fall forward. Good. Think about that gap as it moves back again. So side kick, pull back, and then land. Okay, side punch, side kick, pull back, and land. So it's going to be a sharp kick as well. You're doing a graded pattern. Good, and stop. So now we're going to go on to the two turning kicks and Warang. So from here, what we're looking for, you've got to, they're keeping the hands up like this, so it's not working. So 2 sharp turning kicks, landing knife hand guiding block. Good, knife hand guiding block back, right leg back into knife hand guiding block. 2 turning kicks, 1, 2, and then drop down. Okay, speed back. So think of it as a grading pattern. Hold that kick out there for a split second. Good, and stop. Good. Now we're going to work on the 2 side kicks out of the pattern, which is Chung Mu. So again, you've done your inward forearm block, and then back fist. So you're looking at your 2 side kicks. 1, get your guard. 2, and drop down. So think of it here. 1, 2, drop down, and do that again. Pull back. Then right leg back. 2 side kicks. Land in the X block. Off you go. Sharpen them out. Okay, that's it. Good. Keep doing a little bit quicker. I want you to get a bit of fitness on this as well, so it's not just a slow kick. You need to be quite dynamic. Good, and show, relax. Okay, good. So face me, try it, Chinye. Now, I'm just going to, a couple of things, because you've got about 1 minute until we do the clap for 8 o'clock. I just want to say thank you, Jane, for taking over the class there. Okay, hopefully I might try and get another slot in another couple of weeks, okay? I don't mind what I do. I just want you to take any knowledge that I've got, okay? And it's a real shame because I had loads of bags of stuff that my brain is full that I wanted to pass to you. So I just want to thank very, very quickly Gavin Cook, Jackson White and the TAGB for organising this event and picking myself to be part of the awesome 6 inspirational ladies that we've got on this week. Okay, and also for the TAGB for my Taekwondo career. Nearly 40 years. It's a big, all my life, that's all I've done. So all my life goes, and my instructors, because I wouldn't be who I am today without back there and instructors, and which have become my friends as well. So last thing is please donate. Please donate to the NHS. In about 30 seconds time, we're going to be doing the clap for the NHS. Redo this to another class, put it on. I don't mind. Okay, so not sure about Gavin, if you want to jump in there about the times. I'm not sure if you can hear me or not.
Yeah, no, we've got you, Annabel, and I think I just want to say a big thank you. I think we'll definitely try and get you on another slot. I think because I know everyone's been waiting for this session. Unfortunately, there's a few technical hiccups, but that's what happens, unfortunately. But yeah, if we all do the clap at 8 o'clock, if we stop it now, and then we can all do the clap at 8 o'clock. Thank you, Annabel.
Thank you, Gavin.
All right, no problem.
Okay, so just put your hands together.